You know, I was looking at the boards the other day, looking at how artists are putting out music now, and it's lonely, man. It's everybody in their own little room, staring at a screen, staring at the Spotify for Artists dashboard, hoping some curator in a corporate office somewhere decides to put them on a playlist. It's isolated, it's completely fragmented, but see, back in the day, hip hop didn't grow in isolation. It grew in the cipher, it grew in crews, and that's exactly why we built the Hip Hop Hero League, or the Triple HL. It's not just some random group chat of rappers. It's a collaborative force designed to rewrite the entire game from the ground up. Because the old rules? Yeah, they're dead and buried, man. Let's talk about the anthem. If you've heard the official Triple HL anthem, you know it's not just a track, it's a manifesto. We've got 5 distinct lyrical and business minds on there, and each one brings a completely different element to the table. You've got myself, DJ Universe, bringing that management, that vision, that Ohio to Florida grind. Then you've got DJ U, holding down the sonic foundation. You've got Calvin Blingwell, who is all about that coin, that structured corporate play. You've got Dangerous Zygos, the tech wizard, the binary bridge, and then Mayhem, the absolute disruptor who doesn't mind tearing down the whole system to make sure the artist gets paid. It's like, think of it like the lyrical Avengers, man. Each one of us has a specific superpower, but when we form up, the corporate gatekeepers can't touch us, and that's the blueprint I want you to start thinking about for your own career. Why do you need a league? Because look, if you go up against a major label or a massive distributor by yourself, you are bringing a knife to a laser fight. They have teams of lawyers, marketing specialists, data analysts, and playlist pitchers. When you build your own league, your own collaborative alliance, you suddenly have a collective defense. You share the costs, you share the knowledge, and most importantly, you share the audience. You stop begging for a seat at their table because you built a whole estate of your own. That's how we protect ourselves from those predatory, soul-crushing deals that leave artists broke after their 5 minutes of viral fame fade away. Now let's peel back the layers on this anthem, because I don't want you to just think it's a hot song with some dope bars. No, the Triple HL anthem is actually a blueprint of a fully operational independent record label. Each verse represents a division of a modern music company. Take Calvin Blingwell, for example. In his verse, he's talking about turning every invoice into a tote bag. That's not just a clever line, man. That's financial vanguard energy. He's saying that the administrative side, the merchandising, the contracts, the actual paper trail of your music, that is just as artistic and just as critical as mastering the final vocal track. If your business paperwork isn't tight, your music doesn't even matter because you're going to get exploited before the first royalty check even clears. And then, look at Dangerous Zygos. He is what we call the binary bridge. He's the guy fusing cutting-edge AI, automation, and tech systems with the music. We talked about this a bit on Tech Tuesday, how you use artificial intelligence to automate your social media, your email sequences, your back-end tracking, so you aren't spending 18 hours a day doing busy work. Zygos is the systemizer. He builds the digital pipelines. And then on the other side of that bridge, you've got Mayhem. Mayhem is the tailored suit disruptor. He's the legal and strategic muscle who goes into those rooms with the corrupt players, the shady promoters, and the old-school industry sharks. And he brings the absolute noise. He demands respect. And he demands the check. When you combine Zygos' tech with Mayhem's disruptive strategy, you get a system that runs automatically but fights aggressively for its ownership. See, the industry wants you to believe that there's only one winner. They want you to look at the artist next to you in your city and see a competitor. They want you to fight over the same local opening slot, the same local radio spin, the same 100 local fans. It's a scarcity mindset, man. It's designed to keep us small. But the Hip Hop Hero League operates on what we call the Freedom School model. This is something we shout out in the anthem itself. The Freedom School model is all about education, shared resources, and community-backed commerce instead of these shady pay-to-play schemes where you pay some fake promoter $500 to perform for an empty room of other artists who also paid $500. That's a scam, family. We don't do that. So how do you implement this in your own city? You start your own local mastermind. You find 3 or 4 other serious artists, producers, or videographers. You don't even have to make the same style of music. You form your own mini chamber of commerce. You pool your money to buy high-end camera gear. You share the cost of a graphic designer. When one of you drops a project, all of you push it to your respective email lists and text lists. You run joint shows where you split the door and the merch table 50-50. You stop acting like crabs in a bucket and start acting like a unified front. When you educate each other and pool your capital, you create an ecosystem where everybody eats, and you don't need a single gatekeeper's permission to do it. But let's take it a step further because look, if you are still relying on a basic link in bio page, which we talked about last week, renting space on someone else's platform, or if you're just staring at your Spotify play counts, you are missing the biggest screen in the house. I'm talking about the television screen, the living room. That's why we launched the Hip Hop Hero League TV network, and it is officially live right now on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Think about that for a second. Independent music videos, independent shows, podcast networks, documentations of the culture, streaming directly into millions of living rooms next to Netflix and Hulu. That is real estate. That is media ownership. If you want to see what this looks like in action, you've got to check out our Legacy Makers feature video. I'll make sure the link is in the description. It's on our website at downbylawmanagementllc.com. Check that out to see how we are positioning independent culture on a global scale. But here is the trick. When people see you on that television screen, they need to know where to go next. You can't just tell them to go search for you on some streaming service where they'll get distracted by a million other artists. You need your own professional artist website as your command center. When they see you on Roku, they go to your site, they grab your digital business card, which, by the way, you can see an example of mine at smartcards.pro/BLZAPIF, and they join your ecosystem. You convert that passive television viewer into a direct customer who buys your vinyl, your shirts, and your tickets directly from you. Listen to me. Chasing a viral 15-second clip on TikTok is a temporary high. It's digital dope, man. It gives you a quick rush of dopamine, but it doesn't feed your family next year. It doesn't build generational wealth. It doesn't leave a legacy. If you want to build something that lasts, something that your kids can inherit, you have to make the commitment to build a real business structure. You have to treat your music like a high-end enterprise. Stop waiting for some A&R to discover you. Stop waiting for a handout. The tools are already in your hands, but you have to have the discipline to use them every single day. That's why we put together the free independent artist growth blueprint. It's a complete step-by-step guide that shows you exactly how to organize your daily marketing, how to build your fan funnel, and how to develop your brand without needing a major label budget. You can get it right now at downbylawmanagementllc.com, along with booking your direct management consultation with us. It's time to bet on yourself. It's time to back the cipher, trust the team you build, and choose the path of real, uncompromised ownership. If you're serious about building a real career instead of chasing streams, download the free independent artist blueprint at downbylawmanagementllc.com. Then message me the word blueprint. No hype, just legacy. Until next time, keep building your empire one move at a time.